Hey guys, welcome to video lesson 1.2. Today's essential question is the sum of two integers positive, negative, or zero, and how can you tell? So we're pretty much going to be adding integers where the two signs are the same and where two signs are different. And I'm going to model all the examples through some counters. So if we look here in the pink, you're going to need your notebook and a pencil. Actually, you'll need your outline that hopefully is found in your binder. So what is expected? It's expected that you take notes on the skills that are being presented. Be sure that you pause and give yourself plenty of time to write the notes and allow yourself plenty of time to let the information sink in. All right, so there are 15 pages here, so this presentation will take you some time. I do try to keep the video short, but unfortunately this is one of the longer ones. So we're going to start with some vocabulary. The first word is opposite. We have two numbers that are the same distance to zero, where one number is positive and one number is negative. And some examples are negative 4, 4, to negative 2, 10, and negative 10. So this would be a great place for you to pause, copy this down, and then move on. All right, additive, inverse. If we look at the word additive, it has the word add. If we look at the word inverse, inverse means opposite. So additive inverse simply means a number plus its opposite will always equal 0. So if you take a look at each of these examples, 3, negative 3 and 3 are opposites. They're being added to each other and they equal 0. 4 and negative 4 are opposite each other and they're being added to each other. So the result is 0. Okay, another great place to pause, copy this down, and move on. I'll be turning to page 3. All right, on this slide, all I want you to understand is, generally for your textbook and for what we do in class, a red counter is going to represent negative 1, which looks like that. And a yellow counter represents a positive 1, or just 1. And each time you have a set 1 negative and 1 positive, it creates a 0 pair. So let me show you what that looks like. So you have 1 negative, you have 1 positive. When you have a set, it's called a 0 pair. So when you add negative 1 plus 1, you get an answer of 0 because they're opposite each other. Okay, great time to pause. If you need to, do so now. I will be turning to page 4. All right, we're going to use counters to find what negative 4 plus negative 3 is. So if we look at this negative 4 set of integers, notice that they're all red. We're going to put them on this map here in the center. You notice this negative 3, they're all red as well. We're going to take those and put them on the map. So what we're going to do is combine the negative 4 and negative 3 counters and put them all on the map. So it's going to look like this. All right, so to find the total number of counters, you notice that there aren't any combination of yellows and reds. So I don't have any 0 pairs. So since I have 4 negatives and I'm adding to it 3 more negatives, my total sum is going to be negative 7. So therefore, negative 4 plus negative 3 is negative 7. Try to see if you can come up with a rule. Look at the two numbers and notice what we did here in the end. Okay, we're going to use counters. Before I even expose what we're going to do here, an easy way to use counters is to use plus signs. So to show, or minus signs, to show negative 3, you can simply make 3 negatives. To show plus 2, since 2 is positive, we can draw two plus signs. So when you look at this set, you can see here's one zero pair and here's another zero pair. So you don't have to have counters, we're just going to work around it. So we're going to take -3, notice I have 3 reds, and we're going to put them on this mat here in the middle. And we're going to take 2 yellows and place them on the mat so it looks like this. So notice the next direction here says remove 0 pairs. Remember, 0 pairs add up to 0. So these cancel each other. These two cancel each other. They undo one another. So what is left over? So we have -1. So our final solution is -3 plus 2 is equal to -1. Now notice, I'm going to erase this here. Notice for this example, I had a combination of reds and yellows. So did I add on, or was I actually taking some counters away? So think about that. We're going to use a number line. Some students find this easier, some find it harder. I'm just going to show it to you and you decide which method you like better. It's also great testing strategy. So what we're going to do is take +5. So we always start at 0. We're going to start right in here. We're going to go to 5. And then we're going to add to it -3. So -3 means that we need to go back or go left 3. So if you notice, from 5, I'm going left 3 units. And where do I end up? On 2. So what I did is I started at 0. I moved right 5 units. And then I moved 3 units to the left, and I ended at 2. So 5 plus -3 is 2. For my friends who like the integers better, +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then plus -3, so 1, 2, 3. If you notice, this is a 0 pair, so that's going to go. This is a 0 pair, so say goodbye. And this is a 0 pair, so say goodbye. So this is what I'm left with. I'm left with +2. Right, we are moving on to the next page. If you need to pause, do so now. Remember, you can pause at any point. You don't need to wait for me to tell you to do so. So for this page here, what you're going to do for me is simply tell me, is my sum going to be, what type of sum am I going to have? So that means, are my integers the same sign or are they different signs? So if I take a look at -4 and I'm adding to it -3, both of these integers are negatives. So you can simply write integers / same sign. And my solution, if I take a look at these two, what kind of solution will I end up in the end? A positive, a negative, or 0? Well, in this case, I'm going to have a negative. I owe $4, so negative means you owe someone money. And I'm adding to that, owing another $3. So altogether, I'm going to owe a whole bunch of money. So I'd like you to try number 6 through 10 on your own. When you're done, unpause the video and check your solution. So number 6, we have integers with different signs, and the answer is negative, because if I take a look at the 3 and the 2, there are more negatives than there are positives. Okay, for number 7, I have integers with different signs. So if I draw out these two integers, I'll have more positive counters than I will negative counters. So my answer will be positive. Number 8, it's integers with different signs. I have a positive and a negative. my answer will be negative, because if I draw these two out, I'll have 10 negative, but only 7 positives. These are both the same, so my answer will be positive. And for the last one, it's just like number 5. They're both the same signs. The solution will be negative, because I have 6 negatives, and I'm adding to it 2 more negatives. Okay, here we are. We're on slide 8 of 15. After this slide, I am going to cut this video, and I'll do slides 9 through 15 on another one, so you can take a short break before you pick up on the next video. So we're going to find negative 2 plus negative 4 to use a number line. So remember, we're always going to start at 0, and I'm going to go over to negative 2, so that's 2 to the left. And I'm adding to that negative 4, so I'm going to go 4 more to the left, and I end at negative 6. So negative 2 plus negative 4 is negative 6. I'll explain what this stuff in blue means in 1 second. So a rule is, in addition, when you have same signs or different signs, you can take their absolute value in this case because the signs are the same. So I'm looking at just the 2 and just the 4. That's where these absolute values come in. I'll take the absolute value of 2, which is 2, and the absolute value of negative 4, which is 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. And then I use their common sign. So since they're both negatives, my answer is negative. All right, for these next few, let's go back here. This is the end of part 1. I will start a new video for you.